everybody. Hello, how y'all doing? What's going on? I'm excited to be doing this lunchtime lesson. I am streaming on Clubhouse, on Facebook, and on YouTube. So this is gonna be
put me on the stage.
this is gonna be amazing. And there's a Clubhouse hack. Candy on Clubhouse asks why do they keep putting her on the stage? Just because you follow me here on Clubhouse and I follow you, and you're the first one who came on the room. So there is a glitch here on Clubhouse, and that's why. So definitely excited to be in the space and the place. Y'all, we are going to be here for a few moments so that y'all can get this information. We're doing a series this week, and it is about how to get featured on the news. And it literally is the 7 top secrets every publicist knows to get featured on the news. And so we have been here and we are talking about this. Yesterday, we talked about researching and how to research. Today, we are going to talk about how to create newsworthy content. So, I also have a book called TV Time. It's one of my 27 books, and it is literally about how to make sure that you're getting your brand and your business featured on the news. So, whether that is via radio or television. One of the fun facts about me is that I have a public relations degree, and I also have been doing PR since I was 17 years old. So I have over 20 years experience in the field. And a lot of people ask me to do their PR, and I just rather help people to really make money online by using their knowledge and expertise. So that's what I do. And I just have written this book so that you can do your own PR. It is not hard when you know how to do it correctly. And so let's get started. We are, if you want the book, then let me know so that you can go ahead and get it. This is secret number 2. It says content is king, and it is all around us. It is what movies, television shows, and books are made of. It is what your business must be about too, especially when it comes to being someone who is a featured expert on the news. The producers want to make sure you're going to be someone who helps them get viewers. The greater your content, the more your expertise is shown. Being on the news is such an incredible way to display your expertise because you can have your content shown in a way that people are used to seeing the information. After all, it has been ingrained in most adults to watch the news to stay abreast of current events. And it says, why should they want to interview you? It is your job to make sure you are someone who shows up in a way that is going to be so great, you give a boost to their ratings. It is TV after all, and in the industry, everything is about ratings. Let's look at what will have the news saying yes every time you pitch them. One of the vital aspects of your pitch is ensuring you are relevant. Does your business expertise connect to what the news is already talking about? If you can demonstrate to them how seamlessly you can insert yourself into what is happening in the world, you'll be sure to be selected. For example, if you are a mental health expert, you will be very relevant during the month of April because April is Stress Awareness Month. You can pitch the news, let them know about your work, remind them that it is Stress Awareness Month, and state your availability for an interview. Make sure your pitch is timely. Being timely is critical because they are always on deadlines. Everything about the news must be timely so that it shows up as new. Think about it. Every news source wants to be the one to break the story. Ask yourself, why is it essential for me to show up now instead of 6 months from now? A clothing designer who specializes in making prom dresses would want to be on the news in April or May because that is prom season. Talking about prom dresses in August is not going to be as timely because no one is thinking about it then. Look at your point of view. That is where standing out from the crowded marketplace comes in. I love helping my clients determine what makes them different. And also, the cool thing about this book is that there are bonus resources that you'll be able to connect to as well. So you having this book is amazing. And in that you'll get, when you have this book, you'll be able to get my favorite resource to help you become great at doing just that, which is helping you stand out from the crowded marketplace. The news wants to have a new and fresh voice on their show. It will be your time to show up and shine in the fullness of your expertise. Cookie cutter answers have no place in differentiation. We'll go more in depth about this in upcoming chapters. Remember when I showed you how to research a station's audience? Well, this next point is going to show you why that's important. Although your goal is to talk about your business on the news, their goal is to make sure they keep their viewers coming back. Public relations is earned media, unlike advertising, because in PR, you don't pay any money to be featured. Your job is to make sure you give such an outstanding interview that the viewers wouldn't dare think about turning the channel. Every producer wants to be confident you provide high value to your audience. I highly recommend you spend considerable time developing this aspect for your pitch. I've been featured on TV many times. One of the things they always ask me before my appearance is photos. TV is a visual platform, and people look at it to see what's going on. People want to see beyond what you say. So every time you're doing an event, workshop, speaking engagement, etc., make sure you or someone you know has their phone out to capture videos and photos. If you're a product-based company, take pictures of your products and be prepared to bring them with you when you land your interview. How do you make sure you're a great interviewee? Be yourself 100%. People can see straight through a fake person. Show up as who you are, and there will be nothing that can stop you from having an unforgettable interview. Be excited. People want to watch someone who is good on TV. Even if you're nervous, you should be excited about the subject of your interview. You're showcasing your product, service, or event, and you are there to get people fired up about it. Act like the cameras are not even there. The camera people are the ones who have to worry about the angles and aesthetics. Pretend you are having a conversation with one of your favorite people in one of your favorite places. Maintain eye contact and speak clearly and concisely so that you can be heard and understood. You have limited time during an interview, so you want to hit the highlights and give the most information you can in the time you're allotted. You need to make sure you're giving your answers in complete sentences that are more than just a yes or no. Keeping your responses around 20 seconds each is great. It would be super embarrassing if you talk so much the host has to cut you off mid-sentence. Something that will get you blocked and banned from ever being invited again is turning what is supposed to be an interview into your own commercial. If you want a commercial, pay for advertising. The host will do the honors of talking about what you have and who you are while you concentrate on providing valuable information. Think about it like this. You would be angry if someone you invited to your home takes advantage of you by coming in and eating all your food without you first asking if they would like something to eat. Make sure you use words that everyone understands. The news is written at a third grade level, so you don't want to speak in a way that others cannot comprehend. When you do that, you will confuse the audience to the point that they will not want to hear from you again. However, if you speak for an industry-specific show, then it's perfectly acceptable to speak that industry's language. That is why it's important to know your audience by researching, as mentioned above. How to write a press release that gives you a great interview. A press release is your key to unlock the public relations door. It is a short, compelling story about your product, service, or event that you send to media outlets. When writing your press release, you need to write a headline that immediately catches the attention of that recipient. Make sure you use action words that pop. You cannot hold anyone's attention with boring words. The headline should be 100 words or less. The word length is helpful because people may want to tweet it out. And you want to be sure that when they do, the words fit the tweet. Another tip is that if you want it to be indexed by Google correctly, keep it at 65 words or less. Differentiation is key. You want to make sure that your headline stands out and is intriguing because thousands of other people are also vying for your TV time. You want your press release to be the one that snags that interview. Once you get past the headline, make sure you answer the questions that producers, reporters, and viewers all want to know. And that is, why should I care? In the first paragraph, focus on the essential questions of journalism: who, what, when, where, why, and how. Stick to the facts and important information. There is no need to use flowery language. Press releases are designed to help reporters by allowing them to get all they need to know without them having to spend a lot of extra time having to go back and research. When done correctly, a press release is valid and you become a trusted help. At the end, you should include a call to action so that reporters can know what it is you want them to do. They are busy people, so they don't figure it out. Guiding them to the next step will allow them to take it and not just your press release sitting in their computer's recycle bin. An example of a great call to action is register today before all tickets are gone. It gives them an action to take and also tells them when to do it. Please make sure you have no spelling or grammar mistakes. That is super important because you don't want to have a reporter or producer hit the delete button just because you messed up on some words. And then we also have bonus materials if you get the book so that I can tell you how I can help you get your press release written. The next thing I want you to know is how to keep business objectives in mind for you and the news. Being on the news is all about business, improving yours and that of the show. Getting on the news for free is all about the business of public relations. During the transaction, you are selling yourself to the news outlet. The difference between public relations and advertising is that the transaction that is taking place takes you out of the seller's seat and places you in the buyer's position. Advertising is when you pay for placement as a result of being able to land an interview on TV. You should see that your business will increase. People will want to reach out to you and work with you. One of the most significant ways you can help support the media outlet is by advertising about your upcoming appearance. Many times the news won't announce that you will be a guest on their show. It is up to you to promote your appearance. All shows have ratings that are translated by the number of people who are viewing their show. Think about how dynamic it would be if they see their numbers increase all because you were on their show. To take it a step further, imagine if the social media platforms for the show get more likes and followers just because of your appearance. Go into each of your interviews with the intention of increasing the bottom line for you and the business. Most people go into the interview without even thinking about this. It doesn't cross the minds of most people, but thank goodness you invested in this book. And y'all need to invest in this book. It's a good book. You'll be the one to differentiate yourself from the crowd. And that is how you create newsworthy content. I am going to also do a quick recap. I am Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills, and I specialize in helping you to make sure that you're making money online by utilizing your knowledge and expertise. Today, we have done the second installment of this series. It is called How to Create Newsworthy Content. And some of the questions you have to ask yourself when you're doing this content is literally, why should they want to interview you? Then you also want to make sure that you are talking about how to write a press release that gets you an interview. And one of the fun things, and I'm going to share, definitely, I'm going to send you the link if you want to get the book. It is going to be, give me 1 second. And actually, we have the different versions. So if you want to, some people want the ebook version. If you want a paperback version, you could get that too. But yeah, so we are going to get that link right now for you. Give me 1 second. If you go to createyocash.com, again, createyocash.com, you will be able to tap inside of my digital store, and you will be able to see everything there. We have a bookstore, we have courses, we have everything there that you need. So it is createyocash.com. I actually will see if I can pin that link in this room. Let me see. Let's see. And for those of you who are on the other platforms, I will share that link here also in the training. So, all right. So I have pinned that here. Also for you all on YouTube and on Facebook, I am putting it in the comment section. That way you can go directly there. It is going to be a link that says browse the bookstore. This will definitely be able to help you download the ebook. And so there we go. Also, beyond the press release, you want to be able to go ahead and keep business objectives in mind for you and the news. That is extremely important. It is not just your show. It's not just for you to get up there and talk. You want to keep it in mind for you and the show so that you can navigate the waters of what it is. You want to navigate to make sure that they invite you back. And so you want to put the station in the best light as well. And so, yes, that's what we have. That is secret number 2. I want to read to you just a little bit more about the introduction of this book and why it's important. And it says, hello and congratulations on getting a copy of my book. This is my 16th book. And for those of you all who know, I have now 27 books. We are in the 27th book pre-sales right now. So this is one that is near and dear to my heart. With my bachelor's degree in public relations and over 20 years of experience in the industry, I've done PR for many different types of businesses and individuals, including ministries, celebrities, influencers, nonprofit organizations, and more. One of the most significant ways I know to increase visibility, credibility, and cash flow is to be featured on the news. I, along with my clients, have been featured on various news sources, including CBS, BET, ABC, and Fox. The reason I wrote this book is that I've had many people approach me and ask, how can I get on the news, Stevie? I'm excited to provide you with this amazing guide to teach you how to do it. Within, you will have firsthand access to my top secret ways to get it done. If this book fell into the hands of publicists, they would likely want to strangle me for sharing this valuable information with you. Yes, it's that serious. And then the plethora of goodies doesn't just stop there, though. I'm also offering you some free gifts, and we are able to tap into the free gifts as well because there's bonus materials inside of this book. So if you're somebody who wants to work deeper with me, definitely go to workwithstevie.com, because I understand that the heavy lifting of doing what I just told you to do, everybody does not want to do that or know how to do that. So we have unlimited laser coaching for you as well. And that way you can stay accountable to the moves that you are making in life and business. And we are doing some tremendous things with people. I also have something that I'm going to do that is exclusive year-end coaching. So that's the opportunity to work with me for 30 days so that we can end your year off correctly. But we need to make sure that you are the best fit to work with me and I'm the best fit to work with you. So it is workwithstevie.com. And so I want to make sure that we honestly are answering the questions. If you have any, we have just a few more moments in this space. So if you have questions on Facebook and on YouTube, please do put in the comment section. Clubhouse, you can come onto the stage. So if you have anything to share, please do feel free to come onto the stage. But yes, this is, or if you have a question, you want to hit me in the back channel or DM or somewhere. But I'm super excited about this material because I want to see more people get on the news. One of the things I know for sure is that when you are in a space and place to take it to the next level and you're somebody who has something to share, something newsworthy, which we all do, you know, if you're an author, speaker, coach, then you have materials that need to be on the news. I've been on the news several times. A fun fact about my content is that BET actually reached out to me. And this book is called TV Time. TV Time. So you're able to, and if you want to have the printed book, let me know, because don't go to that link, because that's just the ebook. So it just depends on what you want to do. um, the createyourcash.com is my digital store, so everything on there is digital. But yes, so I am excited about this because you all have the opportunity to be on the news. The news specifically during the COVID pandemic time. It is easier, believe it or not, to go on the news. Why? Because there are opportunities for you to go on the news. Like if you live in North Carolina and you want to be in the news in New York, you can be able to pitch, because guess what? Everybody's not going in the station right now. And they are looking for content. So now's a great time to be on the news. Like I said, BET reached out to me for my content because they wanted to feature me on their platform. So definitely that is a space and place that you want to be able to be featured, because it is going to take you to the next level. It literally is going to take you to being on a big platform. If you think about it, when we have the opportunity to be featured on the news, because guess what? Most people, they want to know that you are reputable and credible. They want to know that. They want to know that you have done something. And the news is not going to just put any and everybody on their platform. So therefore, you don't have to necessarily hire an expensive publicist. You can, and shouts out to the publicist, because, if you come to me as a publicist client, somebody who wants me to do PR for you, it is going to be a higher investment. So I love educating people on the fact of that. I don't do it at all often. People have definitely begged me to do it. I just don't do it like that, because I know that it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of research, but it is something that I am proficient at doing. And I want you all to be very proficient at doing it well. And you can do it quickly without having to spend a lot of time. And so if you all want to get the physical book, I do have another link for you. One thing I do have is links for sure. I have a lot of links because my business is online. That's how instead of like brick and mortar, we do click and order over here. And so that link is now pinned in the space of this app. And I'm also going to pin it here. But definitely, I look forward to seeing y'all saying, Dr. Stevie, I used your book and I literally did what you said, and I got featured on the news. Because it's not hard, y'all. It's really, really, really not hard. All you have to do is show up, show out, and use what you have. And yes, I did spend 4 years doing it. And I also spent over 20 years learning it and doing it and being in the space of it. So, but if you get this book, you're going to get everything I know. So if there are no questions, we are going to end this lunchtime lesson for the day. And the great thing about this is there are replays. So if you miss anything of what I said, no worries. You can, okay, Shonda's coming. Okay. Yeah, y'all better come out, because we about to go. So go ahead, Shonda.
Hey, Dr. Stevie. So, really quickly, can you just share the name of that book again for those that may have just been coming in like myself?
Yes, ma'am. So the book is called TV Time. I put up the direct link here if you want to go ahead and get it. It's on my website, TV Time, and it's literally my PR background inside of a book. So yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Any more questions? All right. So it looks like we are good to go. Again, the book is called TV Time. Definitely get your book as soon as possible so I can. And matter of fact, those of you who go ahead and order today, I will autograph the book and I will mail it out directly to you. I usually don't do a lot of mailing out books and autographing anymore, but I will do that because this book is literally going to be something that's going to be game changing for you. I know. I've been able to book so many clients with it. So I am excited. We have That was secret number 2. There are 5 more secrets. Shouts out to Candy. Candy just got her book. Yes, and yay. There are 5 more secrets, but this is going to be something that's going to be amazing. God just told me to start telling y'all. Because guess what? Black Friday is here. So if you're somebody who is doing the Black Friday thing this year, ordering this book, learning how to pitch, getting there, you may increase your sales because you're on the news. Like if you're somebody who has anything to do with what can the children do for the holidays while they're out of school, this is the time to pitch. Yes, you may be we're a little bit behind the curve, honestly, but the cool thing about it is that not cool, people drop off of the news every day, meaning that a guest may not be able to show up. Anything could happen, and we want to. Yes, shouts out to Sharmella. Sharmella got her book. Yes, honey. Definitely want to be able to be in the space and place of you leveraging your knowledge and expertise on the news, because people are going to be looking for you. And if you're somebody who starts really building a relationship with the media right now, then you'll be that person they call. And I've seen people get segments. I've also seen people truly take it to the next level and say, listen, I am an expert. Like I know, for example, I can use Sharmila and I can use Candy for this example because I know their businesses well. Candy does social media and and promotions and all kinds. Candy is the truth when it comes to getting you seen as well. And so when it comes to that, she can start talking about how to prepare your social media for the new year. What are the trends? What are the things? And be used as an expert in that space. And the media is going to look for that because people are using social media to a greater level. And then Sharmella can help people with their plans and with really staying in the space and the place of that. And so we all need a holiday plan. We all need a holiday plan. And specifically the fact that, it's going to be where you need to know how to navigate the next 52 days, I think 53 days left in this year. What is your plan to end 2021 so that you can really feel like you've won in 2021 and it's not too late? So those two things can be pitched to the media right now. And yeah, this book is, listen, I think, if I was honest, the books of mine that I feel are the best for you to really navigate this thing called entrepreneurship. If you're like, Dr. Stevie, I can't afford your high value program. I get it. But if you get Click to Cash, if you get TV Time, and you get Cultivating Your It Factor, which now I give Cultivating Your It Factor, the ebook version, away for free. That's just because I want everybody to have that book. But if you do that, then you're able to really navigate your business in a way, because Cultivating Your It Factor is the book that's going to teach you how to create a signature brand and how to get paid to be used. TV Time is going to teach you how to get on media. And you can use the same thing to get featured on podcasts, radio, all kinds of stuff. And then Click to Cash is going to teach you how to use what's already inside of you to make money. So if you're somebody who's like, Dr. Stevie, I know you have high investment programs and I'm not at the level. It's okay. Start where you are and get these books. And it really is going to allow you to get some things done. So again, if you want the paperback book, definitely go to stevie.com/books. We have put that in the comment section. We also have put that as a pinned link in this room so that you can just go ahead and click. And yeah, we have books, we have materials, we have all kinds of stuff to help you get from where you are to where you desire to be. So this has been Lunchtime Lessons. I am Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills. We talked about how to create newsworthy content today. Content is going to take you far. Even your content, honestly, you can take the same content and you can get monetized on these social media apps. For example, Instagram, for example, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, all monetized places and spaces that when you use them correctly, your content is your content. And it can grow you directly inside of what it is that you have. So Sharmella is coming. Yes, ma'am, Miss Sharmella.
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to pop in really, really quickly before you closed out. I think that there
people are in this age where everybody's like, oh, I want to, make sure that there's an ROI, and there a lot of times you're not going to realize the investment unless you get the book. And it's we people waste money and they know that they waste money. You know what I mean? Like, I have to have a particular kind of laundry detergent, and not because you have allergies, but because you want that laundry detergent. I have to have particular things. We like what we like. And you're spending extra cents, you're spending extra money every time that you do this. Every time that you get what you prefer, you feel like there's a level of investment, a return on your investment in paying extra to get particular things. So you're not going to realize the investment in this unless you actually get the book. You realize that other things that you like, your favorite toothpaste, was worth the investment because of the return that you got on it, because your smile is brighter, you like the taste, whatever it is. You have to understand there's a lot of information that people are putting out there, and there's two sides to the coin. You have those that are quote unquote influencers that are getting paid for convenience. And it's the truth. Like, they're capitalizing on it. Because I remember I saw something and some people were going off in the comments, you can get this information on Google. And I had to respond. I said, but people are not getting the information on Google, ma'am. Okay? They have lives and children and, and death and COVID and all this other stuff that people are going through. So people are going to pay for convenience. And they're just, you got a group of influencers that are capitalizing on that. And you're basically paying for the fact that they did the work for you. Then you have those that there's a level of knowledge and expertise that they're adding to what it is that they're giving you. So yes, you're paying for convenience, but you're also paying for their unique perspective because they figured it out. Some people have just figured it out. And it's because they've been doing it for so long. So we can never think that we've completely arrived. Every coach needs a coach. Every mentor needs a mentor. And there has to be an equal and equivalent exchange. I'm trying to get to where it is that you're at, whether it be for, I always believe that when you do things and your heart posture is right before God, that God will make sure you are in the places and spaces you're supposed to be in so lives can be changed. So I'm going to do this because my heart posture is in the right place. So I'm willing to invest in the right books, the right coaches, the right mentors. But those that don't have the healthy heart posture behind it are the ones that have to toil. They have to really grind and be up at 4 a.m. trying to figure out the algorithm and all this other crazy stuff that the favor of God will do if you just keep your heart right and posture correctly before them. So it's my firm belief that if your heart is to impact other human beings. Your heart is to make other people's lives easier. Your heart is to make sure people don't fall into the same pitfalls that you have had to endure. Your heart is to let God's glory be made manifest. Your heart, we're all doing it for particular reasons. But if your heart is in the right place, even if you're taking a leap of faith by investing in a particular coach because you really don't have the money to spend and it's a sacrifice before God, or even if you're like, well, I was going to, eat out with this $25, or I was going to go get a haircut, or I was going to, get my little snacks, from the store, the chips and stuff that we prefer, taking a moment and saying, I feel like she's the real deal. I feel like I'm getting value and I feel like it's coming from the Lord. And that it's not her flesh that I'm being sold, or that her flesh that you're being peddled. And when you go to God and your heart is in the right place, he'll shift particular people in. And then you'll have to exercise that discernment. And you're like, okay, Lord, I feel like this is you, or okay, Lord, this isn't it. But I really want people, I'm very passionate where Dr. Stevie is concerned, because I've elevated as a woman and as an entrepreneur because of her pour and because of her wisdom. So her wisdom is spilling over into my marriage and how we deal with money and what my husband and I are called to build together. We're able to pour her wisdom into my son, and I see what's happening in my finances and in my household. So I get real, lioness, like where she's concerned, because she has the formula, and it's from heaven. And her heart posture is just to help you position financially for whatever it is that you're supposed to do in the will of God. Just like she said, my business, my portion is to give you the plan. I want you to be in alignment with the will of God for your life, whatever that looks like for you. And whether it's making your family life easier, finding ways to cut corners and do creative things, or how to help you pivot in your business, like a Holy Ghost chiropractic adjustment, that's what I'm here for. But she's been a measure of, I'll say, an Elijah where this is concerned, because her heart's in the right place. And when you partner with somebody whose heart is in the right place before God and you know it, you can go into it with a level of faith being activated that we're not accustomed to. Like, this is real. Like, I know that this is God, so I know that there's going to be something on the other side of it, whereas a lot of people walk on eggshells before the Lord. Well, God, if it's in your will, and I know he has a plan for my life, but no, this is not one of those times where it's one of those moments where you're like, God, I know you're going to do something. I know that. That's why I made sure I got my book. And that's the thing. She's a mentor, she's a coach, and she's a friend and growing into a sister with me, but I'm still going to pay her what she's worth. I'm still going to be here and there into her Cash App and doing stuff because she's coaching me without charging me the full price and doesn't even realize it. So then when I can pay the $5,000 for her coaching program privately, that's exactly what's going to be done, because I understand that she's good ground, which is another reason why I go hard for her, because it's like, y'all, she's good ground. She is good ground. And if you implement what it is that she's showing you in Click to Cash and the other books that she's written, if the implementation is key. People read a book and then get mad because they try to act like God is a genie and be like, well, God, my money didn't manifest yet. You actually have to do the work. So if you get her books and she's giving you the formula and you implement it like exactly the way she's saying it, you're going to see results. You're going to. Like, my finances are shifting. God is literally shifting me into positions where I'm meeting other people to collaborate with, and just like all kinds of stuff. And whether it be in business or personal, like, God's shifting people in because I'm in alignment. So as long as I stay right before God and I'm doing what he wants, I know that it's all factoring into his plan. So I go super hard for Dr. Stevie because she's so integral. And I hate to see charlatans end up with a massive following and good people get scoffed at and looked over because they're not quote unquote a big name. So it's something I'm very, I see that, and I don't want people to overlook her because they don't have, this huge name attached. And I'm like, Dr. Stevie is a quiet storm. So y'all just keep looking and keep watching. And then you're going to be like, is that Dr. Stevie at a presidential inauguration? Is Dr. Stevie saying that? And you're going to look up and you're going to see Dr. Stevie in pivotal places and spaces. And then you're going to be like, oh, this is what she was talking about. This is why she tried to get us to get this book, because she gave us the recipe to the secret sauce and we didn't want to bite. So I hope that somebody else was inspired to go get the book or multiple books from her. It's East TV Time and Click to Cash. So that your life can shift and change. And that's it. I'm complete.
Awesome. Thank you, Sharmella. The beautiful thing is I love that Lucille's here, because Lucille's part of Click to Cash Camp, which is Sharmella's going to be partnering with me as coach. The coaches we have for Click to Cash Camp, y'all, they just met each other virtually between yesterday and today, and they already are excited about each other. And so there's so many different things. Like, God is just showing me some stuff in what we're doing for Click to Cash Camp, Click to Cash, the book, Click to Cash. It's going to be some game-changing things that you want to be part of. And it is, we're about to do some new things. 2022 is coming very quickly. I'm just excited to have the women that have connected to me in life and in business who definitely have the best interests. And I was telling Ayoka, who is going to be partnering with us too, and I was telling her, I said, you know what? I just want to be able to help specific women as far as like, those are women who God has shown me who need to be on my coaching staff or team, whatever y'all want to say. But they are specific. And it's because I need it for that to happen in such a way where people can see, like, yeah, we're about to change some things up. And it's going to be huge. So this Click the Cash movement, what God is showing me with these books, what he is literally showing me, we're building a campus tour. We're doing a lot of different things that you definitely want to stay connected to. So, I am at the end of all that I am a content creator. I create content in books. I create content in courses. I create content in social media, and that's what he has allowed me to be. So there are some different ways that we're really going to be helping more women to monetize their expertise and knowledge online. And it is going to be amazing. So y'all stay tuned. And don't just look at it like from a consumer standpoint. Look at it from producer standpoint. One of the things that Angela, who is one of the coaches as well, she'll always tell you, she's been my client for a long time now. She'll always tell you, she says, you got to watch Dr. Stevie because she's going to teach you more by you looking at what she does and how she moves. And if you don't do that, if you don't look at how I move, you're going to miss some stuff. You're going to miss some stuff. I'm just going to tell you that because some of the stuff I don't even think to tell you because it's naturally to me. What do you think about that, Sharmella? I don't know if she can answer. Go ahead.
I'm here. I'm like, it took me forever. I was actually answering a message. Like, it's so weird. The messages in the back channels, people are asking questions and popping in and out of these rooms. But I'm trying to hold on because I don't want to be distracted. Ask me a question again, Dr. Stevie.
I was saying that Angela was saying that she learned so much from what I do more than what I say. More is caught.
Oh yeah, you move real carefully. You move very, very carefully, and that alone, that saves people in business. That saves people, just in their interpersonal relationships. You move very strategically and very carefully. And I honestly think, and it's going to sound crazy, and I know you're going to laugh, but even if you feel like they were bad moves or they were, they were hard moves or that were a stretch for you in business, from what I have gotten to know about you thus far, I feel like you don't make bad moves. Like that it's not possible for you to make a bad move, even when you feel like it's a bad move. You position yourself so strategically in business, and I think if more people got it would really change some things. It would change some entrepreneurship overall, and it would relieve a lot of the struggle that people feel like comes with being an entrepreneur. Because this has been a stretch for me, but your presence has made it way easier.
Amen. And it's true, y'all, there's some certain stuff that I've even had to navigate. I was telling Ioka today, I was like, you know what? I myself sitting as a 6-figure earner because I understand money. I was like, I signed up. I was like, let me. I want to go and sign up to be a driver for Grubhub. Why would I do that? Sitting at 6 figures because I don't want any of my money to be dictated on what other people do. I don't want any of my money to be dictated because my whole thing is freedom and flexibility. That's why I'm in business. Not necessarily because I want to become, yes, I want to become a millionaire. Everybody does. That's something people want to do. But the work to become a millionaire is different. I'm like, if I could get a check in all kinds of ways, I'm about to get all the checks. I'm about to get all the checks because that's going to be something I want to do. I don't have to be tied to one way of doing business. And I think so many people misstep because they are tied to one way of doing business. They've listened to the gurus, they've listened to whoever else, and they are fixated. I talked about that last night, about the fixed mindset. A lot of people have fixed mindsets and they're not willing to be flexible. So yes, I have books. Yes, I have courses. Yes, I have speaking. Yes, literally I do everything that Click the Cash talks about. I have everything that the book talks about, because I understand that my knowledge and expertise is multiple ways of making money. So if that's something that you don't understand, we definitely need to have a conversation, because it's important to understand that. It's important to know that you can't put all your eggs in one basket. And anybody will tell you that. Like anybody who is who is proficient at business will tell you that. And so for me, I'm like, how can I make my life be as stressless as possible? And that is, I'm going to show up with these books. I'm going to show up however I want to. If God dropped it, I'm telling y'all the truth. I've been saying this. I'm glad Lashina is in the room because she is a corporate climber as well as an entrepreneur. If God dropped a job in my lap today that gave me the freedom and flexibility and money that I would want and desire, then I would definitely be working for XYZ company. Because it's not, entrepreneurship is not just a badge I wear, like I'm a proud entrepreneur. No, I'm a proud woman who loves to make money, and I believe in multiple streams of income. So therefore, I'm never going to be broke again. Y'all have heard that story, many of you who are connected to me, about how I couldn't figure out $800 within 30 days. So I was evicted from my home. That's what drives me. I don't care what people say about my business, what they care, what they think. What I care about is paying my bills and being able to live a life that I love, and being able to do what I want to do when I want to do it. And so for me, you're right, Sharma. There are things I've had to do, and they're like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have done that. But they all have pushed me forward to showing up. They've all pushed me forward to being consistent. They've all pushed me forward to making sure that as long as I have something to say and I have a mouth to say it with, I'm going to say it. And I'm going to be. I was in a room with my friend earlier today, and she asked a question, and she was talking about how people like really low key like promote. I said, I don't low key promote. I tell people what I have. I can't low key promote. And I knew what she was saying, like, signature lines and different things and emails, and I got that. But I don't. And I think so many people low key promote. Like, that's your strategy to low key promote. You cannot low key promote, especially online. You have to be out here being the one who is saying the things. Go to XYZ link and buy. Go to this. And if you don't do that consistently, then your bank account is going to look inconsistent. And that's the truth. You have to have a plan for you to really take and make your money. And so the content that is out here in the world and how to create it, you have to make sure that you know how to have your content. Where do you want to have it housed? Do you want to get paid for being a social media influencer? Do you want to get paid for being an author? Do you want to get paid for being a coach? What is it that you want to do so that you can get emotion for it? And you can do all things, right? We know biblically we can do all things through Christ, but you have to do it consistently. You can't do it because people will forget you. Think about the influencers that were like really valid last year, right? Where are they now today? Gone. If they didn't stay consistent, they didn't. But people know me, and they know my longevity, and they know different things because I've been out here consistently. And so that's the thing. And the one who holds the microphone the longest makes the most money. So we all have these free apps. We all have these different places where we can stand up and we can talk to people and not just be consumers, but be producers. Those who produce content are the ones who get paid for the content because it's their content. And so as the plan that we talk about, like those who are in Click to Cash camp, listen. I'm so excited for you, Lucille, and all the other ladies in Click the Cash Camp, and all the ladies who will come and gentlemen to Click the Cash Camp, because you gonna leave your whole. Listen, Sharmella, she knows, because for one, Sharmella has heard the plan. Talk about the camp, Sharmella. What are you most excited about?
I think it's the fact that people are getting a lot of what they need in one place. And the fact that they're paying, even though it's considered a high ticket program, they're still getting it for less than what it actually would be if they dealt with each of the coaches on a one-on-one level. It's a huge, that's really exciting to me. And just the idea of being able to make sure that people come out. Being an entrepreneur in and of itself is slightly exhausting. Like, until you get to a particular place of comfort where things are
you have a certain kind of following, everything is fully automated, you really don't have to touch, as much. So you're able to kind of vacation a little more or extend it for a few days. You have to be hands-on in everything. So I think that having the ability to make things, even if it's just a little easier for people, just a little easier for people. Like, you have more answers coming out than you did going in. You have, more of a plan coming out than you did going in. Like, that to me, if you're clear on your vision, if it's, built just a little bit stronger. I tell people, that I want you building with brick from the beginning. I don't want it to have to be the Three Little Pigs and you have to go through the trauma, because it is, for an entrepreneur, it's traumatizing to watch what it is that you're trying to build kind of burn to ash in front of you. And especially if you've given it more than one go, it's exhausting for an entrepreneur. So going into this, understanding that, and just telling folk, I want you to build with brick from the beginning. So here's what we're going to do, so that you don't have to go through the trauma of watching something, die twice before figuring out the sauce, and exactly what you need to progress. So I think just being able to help people come out more prepared and more at peace with their process than they were going into it is super exciting for me.
Yes, and yay, we are changing business. Oh, sorry. We are changing businesses and lives with this cam. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. So, does anybody else have anything to say, whether you are on Clubhouse, whether you are on YouTube or Facebook, prior to us wrapping this on up? This has been Lunchtime Lessons. We're talking about how to create newsworthy content. I specifically spoke about my book TV Time because I want y'all to be on the news. Listen, I want y'all to be on the news. And if you need some help in your business or brand, go to workwithstevie.com. Workwithstevie.com. We have some different things coming out for you that is specifically for the breakthrough session so that you can break through and get it done, honey. So I always end everything I say by saying these words. And I definitely want y'all to follow Sharmella. If you're not following Sharmella, what in the world are y'all doing? And stay connected as well. We're going to be doing some things. The next couple of days will be, we might not be able to do lunchtime, but I plan to come on ahead and do some more of what's happening. So definitely, I want to tell you to make it a great day. Don't have a great day. Make it a great day. Why? Because you, and yes, you too have the power to do so. Bye for now. Yeah, excuse me.